True or false, my hair represents who I am.
I don't think your hair should represent who you are because it's your hair, do you know what I mean? But yeah, in this day, in this world that we live in at the moment, it kind of does with a lot of people.
Yeah, I think other people think your hair is who you are. I definitely think that it represents me in some way. Like when I have my own hair or hair like this, just more natural hair, I feel a lot more confident. For a long time I wore weave and felt that I needed to have weave to look pretty, and but then again what I realised as soon as I stopped wearing the weave, I literally just don't like the weave. I don't think weave or straight hair looks right on black women anyway.
It does not. Well, no, it depends.
It suits, but I don't
think
it looks
I'm not
right.
going to say it doesn't look right. It looks right. Each to their own. But for me, for myself, it doesn't suit me. But it does not. You see me with straight hair.
Put that wig on you for that role.
Doesn't suit me, but that's because I think I'm just used to my hair. But I don't look at myself and go, you know, I need to wear a wig or a weave, or I need to have my afro out.
For me though, as I was saying, as soon as I took the weave off, I felt so much more confident, so much more me. So I do think my hair represents me a bit, because I feel a lot more judged, and I feel like the need to feel or to look pretty when I have weave. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds ridiculous, but I feel like, you know, I'm gonna have this nice Brazilian weave, and someone I'm gonna turn around and someone's gonna say there's a guy like not that I'm looking at. I don't give it SHIT anyway. But if there was a guy behind me and that, you know, you're walking there looking nice, dressed up nice, and that your hair's looking all nice, you got your Brazilian whatever weave in, they're expecting you to turn around and look pretty, yeah? No, because they are. Come on now.
What if a guy was behind me and my hair's all back, my afro's out, then what? Expect me to look ugly?
No, I'm not saying that. But you know, come on now. If you got the most expensive weave in, your clothes game is tight. No, when someone sees you, yeah, more time, if you're walking from behind and the guy they're going to see you at the front, they're going to think, oh, I want to see what her face looks like, yeah? Because her hair is, you know, I'm not saying that our hair is not on point when it's natural, but if I'm like this, it's just like, I don't give a what you think. But with the weave, I just feel like you expect me to turn around and be like,
this is why I think that what you've just said there makes. That's why I think, I don't know actually, I should not talk for anybody, but this is why I will not wear a weave, because of what you've just said.
Yeah.
Well, what you've just said has put me off to even thinking. I love my hair anyway, so I wouldn't need to put to put weave in my hair or to put anything else in my hair. But for what Verona's just said, that, you know, a guy behind me, if I'm wearing a Brazilian weave, I must be pretty, you know. But if you're rocking the braids or whatever, then it's just, you know, it's just a girl. No, listen, yeah. A guy behind me, if my afro, understand when you see me, when I turn around, understand you're gonna go, oh my days, yeah?
Oh my days!
It's not about, you know, what, that's why I just personally think that's why I don't like to have that whole thing of, oh, a girl's wearing a weave, she looks pretty. A girl had with natural hair, she ain't all that. No,
I don't think
I'm not saying that's what you think, but I'm saying that's why I don't think your hair should represent you in that. Do you know what I mean? That's why I don't go down that road of going, my hair represents me. No, I am who I am. If you like me, you like me. End of.
Okay, but then you don't wear weave, so maybe your hair does represent you a bit.
No, that's not it. I just don't.
Well, my hair represents me. When I don't have weave, I feel better.
No, I suppose it's really interesting. The fact that you're doing it with actors as well, I think is really cool, because I just know from the busier I've had, the amount of different hairstyles and everything, and, you know, things we've kind of had to do with our hair and everything. It's been so interesting, but it shows you kind of like how people relate to their hair, if that makes any sense. And how precious they are or not precious, or like, I mean, it can do a lot, like taking away somebody's hair, for example, like can do a lot to a person, more than you kind of think, you know? I think it's actually really funny, because people don't really think much about it, but actually it's something that can like really change somebody's comfort zone really, really quickly, which I think is quite interesting. you know, you can kind of like people, and I often talk to girls, and you know, I think I was one of them at one point where there'd hardly be ever a time where you'd come out of a hairdresser's like happy, or like, you know, without like having shed a tear or two, just because it's so like so important to people. There's a trust that goes into kind of like giving your, I suppose, that over to somebody, and like trusting them to shape it in the way that you want it or whatever. But people can get very emotional about it, and very, very, it kind of taps into a vulnerable side pretty quickly, which I've always thought is interesting. Yeah. Hair. But I didn't realise you weren't talking back.